Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places, and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here, given our wide range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Frazier, Dr. Hinkle, Dr. Ballard, and Dr. Davis offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
Welcome to Dubois, Wyoming, and this is the Fremont County Game of the Week on KTAK. I'm Cody Beers, and we're coming live from Dubois Rams Stadium. We've had rain, we've had a little bit of snow on the hills above Dubois, and we're about 24 minutes away from the kickoff between the Meeteetse Longhorns and the number 2 ranked Dubois Rams. This is the pregame show brought to you by Hampton Inn and Suites. We'll take a break. We'll be back. Hey, it's a good day in Dubois. It's not snowing, and the wind is not blowing very much. We'll be back. This is Dubois Rams football on the Game of the Week, Fremont County version.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
Welcome back to Dubois High School. This is the pregame show on the Fremont County Game of the Week. I'm Cody Beers, and today the Dubois Rams, number 2 ranked team in the state, will take on the Meeteetse Longhorns. Dubois comes into this game 2-1 in conference play, 3-1 overall, and they'll take on this Meeteetse team that is 1-2 in conference play and 1-4 overall. It's a clean house version for the Meeteetse Longhorns this season as they graduated a whole bunch of seniors off the mighty successful Longhorns teams of the past. Now they've got 7 incoming freshmen on a roster that is barely double that. They lost that good senior class, and they're led by junior Joseph Pena. He was an all-state pick last year. Pena, a running back, 5'6", 135-pound junior, also plays defensive back for the Meeteetse Longhorns. So Pena was an all-state returner. He's the only all-state returner for Meeteetse. He was second on the team last year with 135 tackles and tied for the team lead with 13 tackles for loss. Let's see who else we got here. We got junior Jason Moody, who added 31 tackles last year. Sam Hollinger and Lucas Ritte. Also seniors Kiernan Earhart Mukumbi. I'm sure I'm not saying that right, but the offense will have some experience. Pena was second on the team last year with 16 catches for 322 yards, while Earhart had 7 catches for 182 yards, and Moody with 13 catches for 103 yards. Pena is the only player for Meeteetse returning who carried the ball for double-digit yards last year. He ran the ball 17 times for 68 yards for the Meeteetse Longhorns a year ago. So a rebuilding effort for Meeteetse and Longhorn coach Zeb Hagan. Zeb's been around for a while, and that's kind of how the way it works. Hagan in his 8th year at Meeteetse. Last year the Longhorns finished 5-4, and they lost to Snake River in the state semifinals. This Meeteetse team opened the season against Bridger, Montana. Let's go over that a little bit here in the stats. So they reopened. They opened the season against Bridger, Montana. Dropped a 57-12 game to Bridger. Then they lost a 48-0 decision to Snake River. Dropped a decision against KC 42-32. It was 38-12 against Hewlett. They would win that game, and then last week they dropped a 54-16 contest to Burlington, the team that Dubois will meet at the end of the season. So far in this season, offensively for for Meeteetse, Pena leads the team in rushing. He has 51 carries for 599 yards and 9 touchdowns. Passing-wise, it's been Max Potus, 25 of 60 for 283 yards and 4 touchdowns. Pena leads the team in receiving. He's caught 6 balls for 101 yards. And the leading guys, all multi-purpose, Pena, 177 yards per game. Individually on defense, it's Pena leading the team with 107 defensive points, 52 total tackles, and 10.4 tackles per contest. Those are your Meeteetse numbers. We'll be back with the Dubois Rams numbers. This is the pregame show brought to you by Hampton Inn and Suites on the Fremont County Game of the Week.
There are 2 ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
Welcome back to the pregame show on the Fremont County Game of the Week. Dubois Rams come into today's game at 3-1 on the season. They would open the season with a 58-14 win over Hewlett on September 3rd. They would come back, play Snake River. We were here on September 9th. It was a 44-28 setback to the state's #1 team. But after that, Dubois got it back on track. They beat Encampment 70-44 on September 17th. And last week, they beat Farson Eden, their old rival, 72-18. In that game, Dubois rushed for 364 yards on 30 carries. They completed 1 out of 7 passes for 28 yards. Total offense in the game for Dubois, 411 yards. They would hold Farson Eden to 220 yards of offense in the game. Last week, Wyatt Tremblay, the junior running back, carried the ball 17 times for 259 yards and 6 touchdowns in that win. And Tremblay, well, he's been the leading ground gainer all year for Dubois. Tremblay on the season has carried the ball 85 times for 955 yards and 17 touchdowns. His longest TD run of the season, 70 yards in the season. Second leading rusher for Dubois, Jonah Ord, at 99 yards. Caleb Glemm at 57 yards, and quarterback Ryan Wells at 56 yards. Passing-wise, Wells comes into this game completing 14 out of 33 passes for 207 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Receiving-wise, Ryan Wells leads the team in receptions with 6 balls caught for 178 yards and 3 touchdowns. All-purpose offense, well, Wyatt Tremblay, he's outstanding. 282 yards per game on 95 attempts, a total of 1,131 yards through 4 games for the Dubois Rams. Outstanding by Wyatt Tremblay. He's got 17 touchdowns on the season, and that's 102 points. Defensively for this Dubois team, Clayton Rux leads the state in defensive points. The big man averaging 38.8 points a game on 83 total tackles. That's 21 tackles per game. He's got 43 solo tackles in the season and 34 assisted tackles, 6 tackles for loss, 3 fumble recoveries, and 2 block kicks, along with 1 defensive touchdown. Outstanding. Wyatt Tremblay with 122 defensive points, and Caleb Glemm with 106. Also, defenders of note, Jonah Ord was 75 defensive points for Dubois. Ryan Wells was 73, and Caden Chamley with 67. This Dubois Rams defense has intercepted 2 passes. They've recovered 5 fumbles in the game. They have been defensively outstanding through this season, and today's game is another big conference game for the Rams. They will, next week, the Rams will take on the Natrona County JV on October 6th. That's on Thursday. October 14th, they will travel to Hanna at noon. And then the big one coming up on October 21st, when Dubois will travel to Burlington for a 1:30 p.m. on October 21st. This Dubois Rams team under Dubois coach David Tremblay, he's in his 25th year at Dubois. Last year, Dubois went 5-5, and they would lose to Encampment in the state semifinals. And the blue and yellow Dubois Rams hoping to go further this year, hoping to get a berth in that state championship game. But there's still a lot of football to be played, and we're here today. And the sun's starting to peek out around Dubois, and it's going to be a nice day for football here in the upper country. We'll take a break. We'll be back. We'll start talking about the Sutherland starting lineups next up on the pregame show. It's Dubois and Meeteetse on the Fremont County Game of the Week.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WYO Today app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WYO Today app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit wyotoday.com to download the WYO Today app now.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
Welcome back to the Fremont County Game of the Week. Cody Beers, and we've got a young future Dubois Rams cheerleader. She's quite the dancer here on the pregame show. Today, Meeteetse and Dubois. This Dubois team, quarterback-wise, Ryan Wells, Wyatt Tremblay, the junior running back, Clayton Rux, top defender on this team. It takes the whole group for Coach David Tremblay. He's assisted by Dan O'Brien and Mike Marcus. On the other side, Meeteetse Longhorns, head coach Zeb Hagan, assisted by Daryl Benyon and Seth Bennett. We're about 5 minutes away from the start of this, and I'm not sure if we've had the coin flip yet, but we'll take another break. We'll be back from the upper country on the Fremont County Game of the Week. Next up with kickoff.
Gotcha Rehabilitation and Wellness in Thermopolis also has something called the Gotchi Wellness Center. It's your dream gym with cardio equipment, cable machines, free weights and dumbbells, hydraulic resistance machines, and personal trainers that care about your goals. The Wellness Center is huge and includes a rock wall, pegboard, sled, tires, punching bags, squat rack, and a whole lot more. Check out the Senior Wellness class. To take the first step to a healthier you, visit gotchi.org.
Back when I was riding in rodeos, I always made sure I was locked in, good and tight. Now as a touring musician, crisscrossing the country, I still make sure I'm locked in, good and tight. Of course I do.
Hauling ass, heading south, down the road in a Crow Cadillac, coupe to fill.
Buckle up for life, Wyoming.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288.
Welcome back to Dubois and the Fremont County Game of the Week. This is the pregame show brought to you by Hampton Inn and Suites. We're going to look at some high school scores from last night all across the state. One of the only games that did not get played last night. It was a lightning slash rainout and the Fremont County rivalry between Lander and Riverton. Riverton had a first quarter lead of 7-0 when it went into a lengthy lightning delay, and the officials got together and said, you know, we're not going to play tonight. We're going to play Monday at 6. I'm not sure if it resumes at that point or not, but that game will be played, and we'll have it right here on KTAK and live streamed at WYO Today at YouTube on Monday night at 6 o'clock. Final scores from this weekend. Thursday night it was Lyman 45, Kimmer 6. It was Newcastle 32, Upton Sundance 14 in Class 1A 9-man. Shoshone beat Riverside 47-6, and in that game Peyton Trumpler rushed for 187 yards and 3 touchdowns. The Shoshone Wranglers piled up 420 yards rushing and 526 yards of total offense against Riverside. A final score, Wind River 82 and Wyoming Indians 0. Cougars would set program records for points scored in a game and a margin of victory. Cooper Frederick ran for 100 yards and 3 touchdowns. Carter Fowler was 3 for 3 passing for 138 yards and 3 touchdowns, and the Wyoming Indian Chiefs were held to 67 yards of offense by the Wind River defense. In Class 4A, it was Sheridan holding off Cheyenne East 42-39. An outstanding game as the number 2 Sheridan Broncs knocked off Cheyenne East in that one. Natrona 34, Rock Springs 13. It was Cheyenne Central 49, Cheyenne South 0. Laramie 14, Kelly Walsh 7. Thunder Basin 62, Campbell County 24. In Class 3A, Star Valley 48, Powell 14. It was number 5 Jackson 34, Evanston 33. That was decided in 2 overtimes. So as I said, Riverton and Landers postponed to Monday at 6 p.m. Worland 21, Rollins 0. It was Cody 69, Green River 6, and Douglas 24, Buffalo 17. In Class 2A, Tongue River 48, Torrington 13. We're going to take a break as we're going to line up for the national anthem here. We'll be back. This is the Fremont County Game of the Week. Next up, the Dubois Rams and the Meeteetse Longhorns on KTAK, and we're streaming on YouTube at WYO Today.
Riverton's Hampton Inn and Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit nreca.org.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
Hi, this is Terry Banker.
Welcome back to Dubois as we get ready for the starting lineups. We're writing them down here. We've for Meeteetse on the Sutherland starting lineups. Lucas Righty, one of the starters, along with Ben Riker, Jonathan Ogden, Joe Pena, and Sam Hollinger, a 6'2", 160-pound senior. And now your starting lineups for your Dubois Rams. It'll be Ryan Wells, a 6'3", 165-pound senior. Second starter, a junior, leading this state in all-purpose yards and rushing, a 5'10", 175-pound junior, Wyatt Tremblay. A senior, 6'1", 185-pound senior is Nick Novice. And they announce Wyatt Tremblay as another starter. A 5'9", 150-pound junior, Caleb Gleim. a senior, 6'2", a 6'2", 180-pound senior, Caden Chamley, and a senior, 5'11", 185-pound Clayton Rux. So it'll be Rux, Chamley, Gleim, Tremblay, and Wells, the starters for Dubois Rams. And the other starter is 6'2", 200-pound senior, Gavin Klaus. So those are your starters for the Dubois Rams as we get ready to roll here. Dubois, they come into this game 3-1 overall, 2-1 in conference. Meeteetse comes in 1-4 overall and 1-2 in conference play. And it looks like Dubois will receive the opening kickoff, as coming out to kick it off for Meeteetse, Jonathan Ogden, a 5'7", 165-pound freshman. He'll tee it up. Wind picking up a little bit here at Dubois, coming out of the west. Just a slight breeze, and we're about ready to get underway. So Ogden approaches the tee. He'll kind of snub it down the middle, and it's going to be picked up by Wyatt Tremblay, who's going to carry players out near the 40-yard line. It'll be 1st and 15 for Dubois at their own 38. So 1st and 15 for Dubois. This is the Fremont County game of the week as Ryan Wells comes under center. The center for Dubois, Gavin Klaus. In the I formation, nothing fancy. Here's a pitch to Tremblay. He'll head around the right end, stiff arm, and be pulled down inside Meeteetse territory by Ben Ranker. And it's going to be 2nd down and about 2 yards at the 29 of Meeteetse. 9:31 to play in this first quarter. Should be getting an appearance here soon from the sports editor for Wild Today, Sean O'Brate, and his wife Montana. Here's a pitch from Wells back to Tremblay. He'll fumble the ball, but he'll fall on it, and he'll recover his own fumble. So 3rd down and short. And they're going to say, no, it's a 1st down. So that fumble results in a 1st down, the first of the game. So 2 carries for Wyatt Tremblay here early in this game. 1st and 15 at the 27 of Meeteetse as Wells brings his team to the line. Wells will fade out left side. A little screen pass is going to be complete to Jonah Ord. And Ord's going to be inside the 20 and wrestled down at about the 17. They're going to stay the 16-yard line. It's going to be 2nd, and we're going to say 5 yards on the play. 8:21 to play, first quarter. So Dubois, 2 runs and a pass, and they're already inside the red zone. Wells now in the shotgun. He'll hand it right side to Tremblay, and then Wells leads Tremblay, but a nice defensive play that time for for Meeteetse. Jason Moody, the 6'3", 180-pound junior. Wells unable to block Moody, and he'll pull Tremblay down for a short loss on the play. So now 3rd and 6 for Dubois with 7:44 to play, first quarter. Wells under center. He'll chip it back to Tremblay. Tremblay will fake it and then take off toward the end zone. He'll score. 15-yard scoring run by Wyatt Tremblay with 7:32 to play in this first quarter. And quickly Dubois up 6-0. .732 mark. It looks like lining up to kick for Dubois will be Nick Novice, and the holder Wyatt Tremblay. The hold is down. The kick is on its way. And it's good. So that's a 2-point conversion in 6-man football. And Dubois up early in this one. It's the Rams 8, Meeteetse 0. Meeteetse will be back with its first possession of this conference matchup in 1A 6-man football. This is the Fremont County Game of the Week on KTAK.
In Lander, Wyoming, we want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places, and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here, given our wide range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
Welcome back. Dubois will kick the ball off. Samuel Hollinger was deep, but it'll be a little pooch kick, recovered by Aiden Elliott, a freshman for Meeteetse, and it will be Longhorn football, 1st and 15 at about their own 31. So 1st and 15 for Meeteetse. And the quarterback for Meeteetse coming out, leading his team as they're in the huddle. We'll see who it is as they make their call. It looks like it's going to be Ben Ranker, the quarterback. Nope, that is not Ben Ranker. He's in the short gun, the quarterback. We'll get his number here in just a second. And the snap's going to come to number 10. He'll hand it off to Pena, and Pena will go around the left end. We'll see where they mark it, as our view is somewhat obscured by the Dubois Rams tent put up earlier today when it was raining. So Pena with a gain of 4 on the play. It'll be 2nd and about 11 for the Meeteetse Longhorns. Quarterback is Ethan Salzman for the Longhorns. Salzman, a 5'11", 160-pound junior, and he'll lead the Longhorns to the line. Meeteetse in the red pants, white jerseys. Of course, Dubois comes out in their home blue and gold jerseys, blue pants. And Salzman in the short gun. Pena behind Salzman. In motion is going to be number 25, and Pena will get wrestled down on the play, and that tackle going to be credited to Wyatt Tremblay. That'll be a short gain, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now for Meeteetse. 6:18 to play first quarter from the Upper Country on the Fremont County Game of the Week. They've got barbecue downstairs. They've got a silent auction underway. A lot of things going on here at Dubois High School on a chilly October 1st, the opening day of elk season in this area, and it's pretty cool to look up toward Horse Creek and see snow. Here's Salzman in the gun, 3rd and 10. He'll get it to Pena. Pena's going to carry Nick Novice near a first down. It'll be Pena will be taken down at about the 36-yard line, so it'll be 4th, and we're going to say 2 yards on the play. So Salzman goes over towards Zeb Hagen, and they'll get instructions over on the sideline and see as they get ready to go for it at 4th and 2. 5:17 to play first quarter. It's 8-0 Dubois. Well, the play back in. Salzman will bring his team toward the line of scrimmage. 4th and 2. Big early play for the Meeteetse offense. Here's Salzman in the short gun. He'll pitch it back to Pena. Pena nearly falls down, but he will get a first down and more as he carries Dubois tacklers over the 35 and near the 30. So first down and 15 at the 32-yard line of Dubois. High school principal was out here with a wheelbarrow before the game, putting dirt in holes in the middle of the field. So you could see jerseys getting muddy and nasty here throughout this game, but that's football in Wyoming. 4:33 to play, first quarter. 1st and 15 for the Longhorns. Salzman brings his team to the line of scrimmage. He's in the short gun. Pena behind him. One receiver left side. And we're going to get a flag thrown on the play and a false start called on the Meeteetse Longhorns. That penalty going to go on Ben Ranker, who lined up on the line for the Longhorns. So first down and 20 for the Meeteetse Longhorns. So Salzman out in the short gun. A lot of yards to make up here. Here's Pena. He'll go off right tackle and be wrestled out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. We'll see back to the original line of scrimmage on the 30-yard line. Just about the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6 for Pena. 3:40 to play, first quarter. 2nd down and 14 for Meeteetse. Dubois would score on its opening possession of this game on a 15-yard run by Wyatt Tremblay. Novice with the kick made it 8-0 Dubois. So 2nd and 14 for Meeteetse. There's Salzman in the gun. He'll fake the handoff, throw it left-handed out, and it's going to be hauled in and complete. And then taking him down on the nice catch is going to be number 29, Lucas Ritta for Meeteetse, a 5'9", 170-pound sophomore, on the left-handed pass from Salzman. So first down and goal for Meeteetse as Ritta was wide open on the play. We'll get a timeout called by Meeteetse coach David Tremblay, Dubois coach David Tremblay. 8-0 Meeteetse trails Dubois here on the Fremont County Game of the Week. We'll be right back.
Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Frazier, Dr. Hinkle, Dr. Ballard, and Dr. Davis offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
Welcome back. I was just corrected on my pronunciation. It's Lucas Ritta who had that big catch for Meeteetse. It's a 1st and goal now for the Longhorns. 2:50 to play first quarter after that Dubois timeout. So Tremblay and the Dubois Rams defense make some adjustments. Here's 2 receivers right for Meeteetse. And the pitch back to Pena. He'll fake inside the 5 and be taken down on the play by Clayton Rux. But good gain inside the 5-yard line, or right at the 5. Maybe a football length inside the 5-yard line for the Dubois Rams. 2nd and 5 for Meeteetse. Meeteetse attempting to answer Dubois' first drive with a touchdown of their own. It's turned out to be a decent day in Dubois. Sun trying to shine on this field at Dubois High School. Here's Salzman. Ranker out on the right side, along with the big man, Samuel Holliger. And fading out, pass inside, nearly caught, but good defense by Ryan Wells. And then a hanky comes in, and they're going to say Wells called for pass interference on the play, it looks like, or defensive holding. And the injured player for Meeteetse down on the field. We're not getting a real quick response from the coach, and he's back up. Went down, probably got the air knocked out of him on the play. That was Lucas Rida. 1:47 to play, second and goal for Meeteetse. We'll see what the call is as the official comes over. It's going to be pass interference on Dubois. And so that will move the ball, I believe, closer to the end zone. Half the distance to the goal makes it. Is that a first down? Nope, they're going to say second and short. About the 1 yard line. Here's Salzman to Pena. Pena is going to make it and score. So Meeteetse responds with a touchdown of their own, as Joe Pena scores from a yard out with 1:44 to play in the first quarter. So it's 8-6 now, and we'll see what Meeteetse does, as I believe they may go. Nope, they're going to try to kick it, as Ben Ranker going to line up to kick the extra point for Meeteetse. The hold is down, kick is not good. 8-6, Dubois, 1:44 to play, first quarter. We'll fix the scoreboard and we'll be back after a break. This is Dubois Rams football on the Fremont County Game of the Week.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Welcome back to Dubois. As we get ready for the kickoff, Jonathan Ogden will tee it up. And he'll come and pooch it right down the middle. Clayton Rux will fall down in the mud and cover up the football, and it'll be first down for the Dubois Rams. First and 15 at the 37-yard line of Dubois. So the Rams take the ball about the same place they took their first drive. 1:41 to play, first quarter in an 8-6 ball game. Here's Wells to Wyatt Tremblay. He'll bust a tackle, and Wyatt's off the races. He's gone all the way. Wyatt's going to go 43 yards for a touchdown. They only touched one time. Touchdown, Dubois. So 43-yard run by Tremblay, his second touchdown of the day, gives Dubois a 14-6 lead, as now Novice comes on for the extra point. Holder is Tremblay. He'll rise, put it down, kick is on the way, and it's good. So Novice with the PAT, and it's 16-6. Dubois with the lead. 1:32 to play, first quarter, and a one-play drive of 43 yards for Dubois, and a 16-8 lead. I'm sorry, 16-6 lead for Dubois.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
Welcome back, 16-6 ball game. Dubois, two drives to start this game. Wyatt Tremblay with a 15-yard run at the 7:32 mark, and then Tremblay with a 43-yard run just now, and it's 16-6 after Nick Novice's second point after kick. The ball will be kicked and caught, and it'll be first down and 15 for Meeteetse. So we've had 3 offensive drives in this game and 3 touchdowns. It'll be at the 26-yard line, first and 15 for Meeteetse. 1:25 to play, first quarter. Turned out to be a nice afternoon for football here under partly cloudy sky, mostly cloudy sky. Here's Salzman in the gun. One receiver right for Meeteetse. And a pitch right side to Pena. Pena will cut back, and he'll break a tackle, and now Pena's off to the races. He's going to go all the way for a Meeteetse touchdown. And that's going to be 54-yard run for Joe Pena. So back and forth we go early in this one. Pena with a 54-yard touchdown run. He had a 1-yard run on the Longhorns' first drive of the game, and now a 54-yard touchdown run. It's 16-12. And now Meeteetse going to line up for that 2-point conversion again. And the kick will be no good on the play. It'll go underneath the uprights. So 1:13 to go in this first quarter. It's Dubois 16, Meeteetse 12. We'll be back. This is the Fremont County Game of the Week, Dubois Rams football on KTAK, and we're streaming live on YouTube at WYO Today.
There are 2 ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers.
Welcome back. As Meeteetse will kick off the ball, Ogden will kick it deep. It'll be picked up on the play by the Dubois runner, and then he's going to lose his balance in the mud and go down. The Caleb Gleim with the run back, a 5'9", 150-pound junior, and he was not tackled by anything but the ground. I just want to say thanks to Andy Witonski of Dubois joining me here running the camera this afternoon for our live stream. Appreciate it. Her little sister, we're having a competition to see who does the better job. Her little sister did our last game here in Dubois on September 9th, so thank you, Andy, for being here. Dubois football, 1:06 to play, first quarter, and a 16-12 lead. Here's Wells. He'll pitch it back to Tremblay. Tremblay's going to pass it to Wells, and then Wells going to fall down, but not before gaining 14 yards on the pass play. So Wells pitches to Tremblay, and then he passes it back to Wells. And Ryan tried to make a cut, but slipped and fell at the 31-yard line. Second down and 1. with 41 seconds and counting here in the first quarter for the Dubois Rams. Rams up 4. There's been 4 touchdowns scored in this game, but Dubois has converted their extra point kicks. Here's Wells. He'll hand it off to Tremblay. Tremblay going to go around that right side again, and he's going to score all the way for a touchdown. 31-yard run. Wyatt Tremblay. And Dubois making that off-tackle run look easy. And Tremblay's 3rd touchdown of the day. This one from 31 yards makes the score 22-12. And Dubois will come on for the 2-point conversion. Nick Novice from the hold of Wyatt Tremblay. Kick is on the way, and the kick is good. 24-12 is the lead for the Dubois Rams, and just like that, we're still in the first quarter from Dubois. 20.4 seconds to go here, and it's a big lead in this one for Dubois already. This is the Fremont County Game of the Week. We'll be right back.
State of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WYO Today app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WYO Today app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit wyotoday.com to download the WYO Today app now.
Welcome back to the high upper country of Dubois, as Dubois will get ready to line up and kick it. Nick Novice already with 3 extra point kicks. Those are good for 2 points each in 6-man football. Novice will kick it deep, and it'll go through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And Meeteetse will take over. I believe it's the 15-yard line in 6-man football. 24-12 with 20.4 seconds to play first quarter on 3 touchdown runs of 15, 43, and 31 yards by junior Wyatt Tremblay. And Meeteetse has scored twice in this game, once on a Joe Pena 54-yard touchdown run, and Pena also on the first drive of the game with a 1-yard touchdown run. So 1st and 15 for Meeteetse on their own 15-yard line. Here's Salzman. He'll pitch it back to Pena. Pena trying to find a lane to run in, and he's going to be wrapped up by 3 defenders. First in on that tackle was Caleb Gleim of Dubois. We'll give him a gain of 2 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 13, and that will be the final play of the first quarter. We've played one full quarter from the upper country, and we've had nothing but scoring. Already 6 touchdowns scored, and that's fun right there. We'll be back. It's Dubois 24 and Meeteetse 12 on the Fremont County Game of the Week.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Welcome back to Dubois as we head into the second quarter. And Dubois just scored a 31-yard touchdown from Wyatt Tremblay. It was a nifty run around right tackle, and a few minutes before that, Tremblay on a 43-yard touchdown run. Here's Salzman to Pena, and he'll be wrapped up after a short gain right in the middle of the field. Ryan Wells on the tackle. Also in on the tackle is Clayton Rux. Clayton Rux, the #1 defensive point scorer in six-man football in the state of Wyoming. He's always near the football. Third down, we're going to call it about 10 yards for Meeteetse. We do have a timeout on the field. I believe Meeteetse took that timeout. 9:49 to play, first half. We'll be back.
Now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
Welcome back to Dubois High School as Meeteetse comes back on the field. 9:49 to play, first half. And it'll be Salzman bringing out the Longhorns. Pena behind him. It'll be a fake handoff as Salzman goes left side, and the incomplete pass, and the intended receiver that time was number 90. And actually number 30 on the play, Jason Moody, who's a 6'3", 180-pound junior. He had a step on the Dubois defender, but that pass fell incomplete. We'll say 4th and 11 for the Meeteetse Longhorns. 9:43 to play, first half. Salzman brings his team out. 2 receivers in the set, 1 left, 1 right. Salzman in the gun. He'll scramble left, throw the ball, and the receiver, Ben Ranker, was not looking. So it'll be 4th and 11. And we'll see Meeteetse punch the ball away here. They've got the wind at their back here in this second quarter. Dubois came into this game 3-1 on the season, 2-1 in conference play, and they're trying to maintain their momentum here as Wyatt Tremblay going to get the ball, and he's going to score. That apparently was 4th down, so Wyatt Tremblay scores on the first play from scrimmage. And that'll be a 15-yard run by Wyatt Tremblay. So my bad there, 9:32 to play. Tremblay scores on a 15-yard run. So the score improves to 30-12. Here's the extra point. It's going to be good on the line drive kick by Novice. And it's 32-12 now with 9:32 to play in this second quarter. This is the Fremont County Game of the Week on KTAK.
Did you know the Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness in Thermopolis also has something called the Gotchi Wellness Center? It's your dream gym with cardio equipment, cable machines, free weights and dumbbells, hydraulic resistance machines, and personal trainers that care about your goals. The Wellness Center is huge and includes a rock wall, pegboard, sled, tires, punching bags, squat rack, and a whole lot more. Check out the Senior Wellness class. To take the first step to a healthier you, visit gotchi.org.
Back when I was riding in rodeos, I always made sure I was locked in, good and tight. Now as a touring musician, crisscrossing the country, I still make sure I'm locked in, good and tight. Of course I do.
Hauling ass, heading south.
Buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Welcome back. Kickoff goes out of bounds, and it'll be Meeteetse football. First and 15 at their own 25. And I just knocked off the fly swatter. They were using that fly swatter early in this game. What's the problem? Oh, the dog. We've got a mascot here. So first and 15 for Meeteetse at their own 25. 9:32 to play first half in a 32-12 lead for the Rams. Here's Salzman in the gun, in motion. He'll pitch to Pena. He'll lose the ball and have to go down and cover it right at the 20 in the middle of this Dubois High School field, turning into a mud bog quickly. They were spreading a lot of dirt out there before the game, and it is slick in the middle of that field. Second down now in 15, or nearly 20 for Meeteetse. So Longhorns go backwards on that play. And Salzman out in the gun. Lucas Rida in motion. Pitch goes to Pena. He'll try to cut in on that mud, and he'll be taken down on the play. Ryan Wells, and also on that play, Caden Chamley. So Wells and Chamley on the tackle. 8:42 to play first half. Third, and we're going to say 16. Now it's going to be 3rd and 20. And a timeout taken on the field. Second quarter here at Dubois High School. Sean O'Brate shows up and helps me out here. Now you can see on the scoreboard what quarter it is. Of course, snow all around the valley as we keep it here on this timeout. Already Wyatt Tremblay, 4 touchdown runs in this game. A 15-yard score, a 43-yard score, a 31-yard run, and a 15-yard run. 8:42 to play first half. So both teams coming back out on the field. 8:42 to play first half. And it'll be Meeteetse 3rd and 21. And we're going to get Salzman in the gun, right in the middle of the field in the mud. Salzman fakes the handoff to Pena. He's going to throw it deep down the field, and coming on and making a near interception was Ryan Wells, and then we'll get a flag thrown on the play, and I'm thinking it's on Meeteetse as Wells went up for that. They're going to say it's on Ryan Wells. It's like pass interference on the play, as Ryan Wells looked like he was in decent position to intercept that pass. Officials talking things over here at Dubois High School. And they're going to say pass interference on Ryan Wells, and that will result. It's not an automatic first down in high school football, but it will make that 3rd down much easier to convert for Meeteetse, as the official takes the ball now out to the 34-yard line. It'll be now 3rd and 6 for the Meeteetse Longhorns. So a makeable 3rd down play after that pass interference call back in the Dubois secondary. And now we're going to get a flag thrown, looks like on the Dubois bench. And looks like the coach was out on the field, and they're going to make the call. David Tremblay wants to talk things over with the official. Coach was on the field, and Tremblay talking things over with both officials, and that's the legendary official Joe Doak the back judge coming over. He's been doing it for more than half of my life. So they talk things over here with 8:34 to go after the flag was thrown. Dubois coach David Tremblay, well, they shake hands. He shakes hands with the official wearing the white hat. We'll see what the call is. And it looks like they just don't call anything. So they talk things over. 3rd and 6 for Meeteetse. 8:34 to play first half. Salzman in the gun. He'll pitch it outside to the big man, and he breaks away. We're going to get flags thrown and a near first down run on the play by Lucas Rida of Meeteetse. But we'll see what happened on the right side of the Dubois or the Meeteetse line. It's going to be holding on the Longhorns. So that'll move them back 10 yards after the nifty run by Lucas Rida. And it'll be 3rd down and about 14 now for Meeteetse. Seems to be stuck in the quicksand here in the middle part of this field. 8:15 and counting in the first half. Ball at the 26-yard line of Meeteetse. Ethan Salzman brings his team out. Salzman, the 5'11", 160-pound junior, in the gun. 2 receivers right for the Longhorns. Salzman over the middle, incomplete, and it was a fastball intended for Jacob Moody, and it'll fall incomplete. So 4th down now for the Longhorns. See if they decide to punt the ball away. 3rd and, or it's actually going to be 4th and 14 at the 26-yard line. And a timeout called by Meeteetse coach Zeb Hagan. We'll go with it. 7:46 to play first half. It's Dubois 32, Meeteetse 12 on the Fremont County Game of the Week here on KTAK, and we're streaming on YouTube at WYO Today.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
Welcome back. 32-12 with 7:46 to play in the first half. We were going over some high school football scores. In Class 1A 9-man last night, it was Southeast 69, Guernsey Sunrise 6. A big win there for Southeast. It was number 4, Lingo Fort Laramie 55, Moorcroft 6. Saratoga beat Wright 4-0. And number 1, Pine Bluffs 56, Lusk 0. In punt formation, it looks like now. Nope, they're going to pass it back to Salzman, actually number 10, and the pass is going to be incomplete as they try to find Jason Moody over the middle. So Dubois going to take over 1st and 15 at the 26 of Meeteetse after that fake punt. 32-12 lead for Dubois. So Dubois football here. They've had the ball 4 times and scored 4 touchdowns in this one. Here's Ryan Wells. He'll fade to the left side, find Clayton Rucks wide open. Rucks inside the 10, inside the 5. He'll score. Touchdown, Dubois. 1-play drives are what they're all about. 1 play, 26 yards. It's going to be Wells to Clayton Rucks for a 26-yard touchdown pass. And now it's 38-12 with 7:30 to play first half. And Nick Novice on to attempt his 5th PAT kick in this first half. It's down, it's not good as it goes wide right. And Novice PAT is not good. So the score now with 7:30 to play first half, it's Dubois 38 and Meeteetse 12. We'll be back. This is Dubois Rams football on the Fremont County Game of the Week.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288. Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
High Plains.
Welcome back. 38-12 Dubois lead in this one as the Rams have had the ball on 5 possessions and they've scored all 5 times. And the last 3 drives have been one-play drives. Wyatt Tremblay, a 31-yard run at the end of the first quarter. Tremblay with a 15-yard run with 9:32 to play in the first half. And this one, a Ryan Wells to Clayton Ruck's 26-yard touchdown pass with 7:30 to go. Here's Novice. He'll kick the ball out of bounds at front of the Dubois bench at the 23-yard line. So first down for the Meeteetse Longhorns. And the ball will be placed at the 29-yard line after that 5-yard penalty. First and 15 for Meeteetse. 7:30 to play first half. Dubois came into this game 3-1 overall. Their lone loss, a 44-28 setback against number 1 Snake River back on September 9th. Here's Salzman in the gun. Salzman pitches outside to Pena. Pena already with 2 touchdown runs in the game. He's going to be wrestled down by a host of Rams tacklers. Ryan Wells in on the play, Wyatt Tremblay, also Keaton Chamley, and Clayton Rucks. So most of the team in on that tackle. Second down and 14 for the Meeteetse Longhorns. 7:04 to play first half. Rams lead it 38-12. Dubois next week will play the Natrona County JV on the 6th. That's Thursday at 4 p.m. They'll come back 8 days later and play Hannah on the road, and then they'll finish on the road at Burlington. Here's a pitch left side to Pena. Pena gets the corner, and then he'll be wrestled down by Clayton Rucks. And we're going to get a flag on the play, but it was a 6-yard gain for Pena. And we'll see what the call is as the officials talk it over on the far side of the field. Holding on Meeteetse, and we'll see. They're going to send them back. It's already the 3rd holding call in this game against Meeteetse, and that's going to send them all the way back inside the 20-yard line. It will be second and about 24, I believe. It's going to take the ball inside the 20 to the 19-yard line. So second down and about 25. So about half the field to go for a first down. Here's Salzman in the gun. Pena behind him. 2 receivers right. Pass out left side. Ben Ranker with the catch. He'll be wrestled out of bounds at the 25-yard line. And good defense that time by Caleb Gleim, the 5'9", 150-pound junior. for Dubois. 3rd and about 20 now for Meeteetse. Since those first 2 drives, the Rams defense has been steady. Look at some defensive stats statewide, as it'll be 3rd and 20 now for the Meeteetse Longhorns. Team defense, Dubois comes in 5th in Wyoming. They're giving up 312 yards per game as Salzman brings out the Longhorns. He'll hand it. Nope, he'll fake the handoff. It's actually going to be a different quarterback. Complete pass, but then a big hit by Wyatt Tremblay. And a completed pass to Samuel Hollinger, a 6'2", 160-pound senior. But Wyatt Tremblay made him pay, and it was no gain on the play. So 4th and 20 now for Meeteetse. So far, they've went for it twice on 4th down, deep in their own territory. 4:43 and counting here in the first half. So Meeteetse comes out. We'll see if they decide to punt it away. That last pass, it was Salzman attempting that pass. Back deep, Jonathan Ogden. Actually, it wasn't Ogden, but a good athletic play and a good punt. It'll go out of bounds on the 20. That Dubois, or that Meeteetse punt by Lucas Rida. And it'll be 1st down and 15 for Dubois at its own 21. We'll take a quick break. It's Dubois 38, Meeteetse 12 here on the Fremont County Game of the Week.
Cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America.
Well, welcome back. We just missed it. It was a 60-yard touchdown run on the first play of the drive by Wyatt Tremblay. So a 60-yard run by Tremblay. And now it's 44-12 as Nick Novice comes on for the point after. His kick's going to be short on the play, so it'll be 44-12 here with 4:06 to play. Wyatt Tremblay, 60-yard touchdown run. Unfortunately, we missed it on the stream. We'll be back. This is Dubois football on KTAK.
Power. For more information, visit nreca.org.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
Welcome back. Dubois 44, Meeteetse 12 after Wyatt Tremblay runs 60 yards untouched for a Dubois touchdown. Dubois, well, they look to be improving after that game against number 1 Snake River. Here's a onside kick, and it's going to be covered by Meeteetse, and then Dubois, they're going to say it went 10 yards, and Ryan Wells will recover the onside kick. So 1st down for the Dubois Rams at midfield. And now they talk it over at midfield. It is going to be Rams football after that successful onside kick. 4:06 to play, first half, 44-12 lead for the Dubois Rams. Here's Wells under center, high formation behind him, and it's going to be a handoff up the middle. And a big run taken off is Jonah Ord. He's going to go the distance. Touchdown, Dubois. 40-yard touchdown run by Jonah Ord. So Ord 40 yards at 3:58 to go in this first half, and it's already Dubois 50, Meeteetse 12. And Novice going to come on to kick the extra point for Dubois. $50-12 here in the first half with 3:58 to go. Here's the hold down and the kick. It's going to be blocked by Meeteetse. 3:58 to play first half. It's Dubois 50, Meeteetse 12. We'll be back. This is Fremont County football on KTAK, the Fremont County Game of the Week.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
Welcome back to Dubois. The Rams have blown this game open. It's 50-12, the lead by the Rams over Meeteetse. And Dubois now will kick it off with 3:58 to play first half. They get up by 40 and we'll have a running clock in the second. Here's Novice. The little pooch kick down the middle. It'll be covered up by Meeteetse in the mud. And the recovery by Aiden Elliott, a 155-pound freshman for Meeteetse. So first and 15 for the Longhorns, with 3:57 to play first half. Of course, you can go over to 99.1 KWYW tonight at about 5 o'clock, I believe, for the pregame show. It'll be the Wyoming Cowboys hosting the San Jose State Spartans. Meeteetse football. Here's Salzman in the gun. He'll hand it outside, and Tremblay's going to gobble up Pena on the play, and it's going to be a loss of 5 yards on the play. So Dubois having their way here after the initial back and forth early in this game. It was Tremblay on the game's opening drive with a 15-yard run. Then Joe Pena came back with a 1-yard run on an impressive drive by the Longhorns. Tremblay then would run 43 yards, and then Pena would run 54 yards. But since then, 5 straight touchdowns by Dubois. Here's a run up the gut, and it's going to be another tackle by Wyatt Tremblay and Clayton Rux. 3:11 to play first half, third down, and about 19 on the play for the Longhorns. The second quarter, all Dubois, as Tremblay scored from 15 yards. Ryan Wells hit Clayton Rux on a 26-yard touchdown pass. Wyatt Tremblay rumbled 60 yards for a score, and Jonah Ord scored on a 40-yard run at the 3:58 mark. 3rd and 19 for Meeteetse. Here's the pitch toward Pena. He'll break out left side, and he's taken off to the races. Can he get a first down? He cannot. And making the nice open field tackle is Caden Chamley. So Chamley ran down Pena, wrestled him down, and it'll be 4th down now and 5 for Meeteetse. 2:09 and counting here in the first half. 4th and 5 just inside midfield on the Dubois side of the field. A lot lot of offense for Dubois in this game. Meeteetse will come back next week, and they will play at 10 Sleep next Saturday. That's a 2 p.m. kickoff. Dubois will take on the Natrona County JV on Thursday, right here in the final game of the year. We get a timeout taken by by Meeteetse with 1:28 to play first half. It's Dubois 50 and Meeteetse 12. We'll be back after a break. This is the Fremont County Game of the Week on 93.9 KTAK.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places, and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here, given our wider range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
Welcome back. 1:28 to play in this first half. 4th and 5 for Meeteetse at the 39 of Dubois. Here's Salzman in the gun, and we'll get a false start on Meeteetse after Pena is going to rumble, and he's going to run out of bounds at about the 10. He would have scored on the play, but he actually is going to be whistled for the illegal motion play, and that'll move Meeteetse back 5 yards. So now it will be 4th and 9 for Meeteetse with 1:20 to play first half. The scheme of that play was good, but just didn't work out for this Longhorn team after the illegal motion play, as Pena took an extra step before the ball was hiked. Dubois leads at 50-12. Here's Salzman in the gun. Pena behind him. 4th and 10. Salzman will fade to pass. He'll throw right side, and it'll be incomplete on the play, intended for Jason Moody, the junior wide receiver. And it'll be Rams football with 1:12 to play first half. So Dubois football turned out to be a fairly nice day here in the upper country. Drove through several bands of heavy rain, making the drive up here today. Here's Wells in the gun. Tremblay in motion. Wells fades left, throws it long toward Tremblay in the end zone, incomplete, just out of his reach there on a, he threw that ball about 48 yards and just out of the reach of Wyatt Tremblay, incomplete. So 2nd and 15 for Dubois. 1:05 to play first half. Ball at the 36 of Meeteetse. Here's Wells under center. Tremblay right behind him. And we're going to get a double reverse pass back. Rux throws it. And Tremblay dived for the football, and it'll fall incomplete at the 30. That play didn't go very far. And the ball looked like it slipped off Rux's hand as he tried to find Tremblay down the sidelines. 59 seconds. 3rd and 15 here in the second quarter for Dubois. Wells under center. He'll run right and nearly find Chamley. Ball was thrown a bit high, and Chamley tipped it but was unable to bring it down. So 4th and 50 for the Dubois Rams. First drive in the second quarter that's went more than one play for the Rams. Here's Wells. He'll hand it off left side to Tremblay. Trembley's going to run up the middle. Touchdown. But there's a flag on the play, and it's going to go probably on Dubois with 46 seconds to play. That was a 36-yard touchdown run, and they're going to say holding on the Rams. So that will move the ball back, and they will have to go again on 4th. This one going to be 4th and 25 now for Dubois. And they'll have the ball at their own 35. A first down can be gained at the 20. 46 seconds to play, first half. Wells in the gun. Right behind him, Tremblay. It's going to be that similar play with Rux going around the right side, looking to pass. Now he'll take off running. He's over the 40, cuts inside the 30, and he'll be wrestled down on the 25-yard line, where it'll be first down and 15 for Meeteetse. So the Meeteetse Longhorns finally hold Dubois, and it'll be first down for the Longhorns with 30 seconds to play in this first half. We'll see what Meeteetse tries to do here with 30 seconds to play in the first half. Quarterback Ethan Salzman for Meeteetse will break the huddle and bring his team to the line. Pena behind Salzman in the short gun. Salzman will pitch it right side, and then Pena goes back to the left side. Pena's going to get the edge. He's down the end. He's going to go all the way for a Meeteetse touchdown. That's going to be a 55-yard run for Joe Pena. So Pena already in this game with touchdown runs of 54 and 1 yard each. Now has a 55-yard touchdown run. Joe Pena with 19 seconds to play, first half, rumbles all the way 55 yards for a touchdown. Here's the kick after the, and it's no good. Branker's kick went left. So it'll be now 50-18 on the WyoToday.com scoreboard after that 55-yard touchdown run by Joe Pena of Meeteetse. We'll be back after a break. This is the Fremont County Game of the Week.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Frazier, Dr. Hinkle, Dr. Ballard, and Dr. Davis offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
Here's an onside kick. Welcome back with the 19-second mark, and it'll be covered up by Caden Chamley of Dubois. So first and 15 for Dubois, with 19 seconds to play in this first half, and Dubois leading at 50-18 on the WyoToday.com scoreboard. There's Wells out in the gun. We'll get 3 receivers left, only 1 lineman. Here's Wells. He'll pass left side. Tremblay catches the swing pass, and then he'll be wrestled down on the 29-yard line. Tremblay throws the ball back in the middle of the field. We'll see if Dubois can get another play off as 5 seconds, and they do. Wells back deep to pass the ball. He'll throw it deep to Chamley. Touchdown, Dubois. It'll be a 30-yard touchdown pass from Wells to Chamley, and that'll be the final score of the first half. There's no time on the clock. Now as Novice comes on, Wells to Chamley. 30-yard touchdown pass. So here's Novice on the kick. It's up, and it's good. Kick is good. And at half, the score goes to Dubois 58, Meeteetse 18. We'll be back with some halftime stats. It's going to take us a while to wade through those halftime stats. After a break, 58 for your Dubois Rams and 18 for the Meeteetse Longhorns. We'll be back with the WyoToday.com halftime show on KTAK.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
There are two ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WYO Today app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WYO Today app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit WyoToday.com to download the WYO Today app now.
Welcome back to Dubois High School. Cody Beers joined here at halftime by Fremont County Sports Director, WyoToday.com Sports Director, and sports writer at the Riverton Ranger, Lander Journal, and Wind River News, Sean O'Brayton. Sean, you were at an interesting game last night. It was the homecoming game for Riverton, and it was the annual bloodbath rivalry, I guess you could call it, the battle for Fremont County supremacy between the Wolverines and Tigers. And Riverton came out, their offense was clicking. They drove the ball downfield, they scored a touchdown, and then the Lightning came. And, I had several questions that, you can talk about it a little bit, but does the game, they rescheduled for Monday at 6, does it pick up right where they left off, for one? And then two, Riverton had all the momentum early in that game. It can do nothing but hurt the Wolverines at this point.
Yes, definitely. To answer both questions right now, I believe Monday at 6, it will start off with Riverton possession on the 40-some-odd yard line with about 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. But yeah, it was definitely a difficult to it's difficult to explain how good the Wolverines looked compared to the first 5 games of their season. They had their opening drive score after 12 great plays. I mean, good play calling, good execution, and you're right. I mean, that's all I've been thinking about since last night. The momentum could be in Lander's favor as soon as the game starts, or Riverton might pick it back up. But either way, it's going to have to be a very long, extended time between the two plays. So
it'll be 2 minutes 30 seconds to go in the first quarter, with Riverton leading 7-0, and it'll be Riverton ball on their own 40.
I believe so. I believe that's where Riverton ended up. I might have to double check, but yes, that is where we called time. And every time the lightning struck, we all started counting backwards from 30. So once it kept going, we just kind of decided that it might be better. Well, not we. I didn't decide at all, but everyone in the press box was waiting for them to keep coming back, and it was obvious it wasn't going to come back. So I'm very surprised myself that it got postponed.
Well, you know, I was making a comment in the pregame out here. They've got a 10 up today. It was raining when I got here, and it's like, whatever happened to tough man football? And I was teasing some people online. I was making comments on our group chat last night that, man, I think we've turned into a bunch of wimps in the year 2022. I mean, you could have waited out that lightning delay, even though the weather did not say that it was going to stop. I mean, so they could have been there at 10 o'clock last night, and it still could have been raining with lightning everywhere. It was quite a storm.
I fully expected them to bring the ball back after around 9 to 10 o'clock, but we did see 2 storm circles coming, and they were going to collide right over Riverton, one from the Hudson area and one from down south. So it was just kind of surprising to see that they canceled it so early. But you're right, it would have just been 3 or 4 hours later. But now, Monday night, we have a reason to go to a football game.
Yeah, Monday night football in Fremont County, and still Lander Riverton. It doesn't get much better than that.
Definitely not, and both teams are really excited, and this only just makes them even more excited, puts a different type of fire under Lander to come out, and they're already going to be down. They're already going to have a deficit, and who knows, Riverton could make it 14-0 before they ever get the ball back.
Well, this game today, Sean, I appreciate you coming up and joining me here. That started off quickly for Dubois in this game, as Wyatt Tremblay would score on an opening drive with 7:32 to play on a 15-yard run. But then Meeteetse would answer right back. They would drive the length of the field, and Joe Pena would score from 1 yard out. They would miss the extra point, and it was 8-6. Well, Tremblay then right back with a 43-yard run on the next drive off right tackle. It was 16-6 Dubois, but then Pena answered. It was 16-12, and I'm thinking, man, this might be 100-100 here in this game. But then Dubois went on a scoring spurt, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight touchdowns before Joe Pena, with 19.7 seconds to go in the half, busted off a 55-yard run. But then Dubois comes right back. They get the ball back at midfield, and then Ryan Wells hits Caden Chamley on a 30-yard touchdown pass at the first half gun. And at the half, it's Dubois 58 and Meeteetse 18. What an set of offensive fireworks. You had a game of your own this week. You guys decided to go out and give Wyoming Indians some love, and unfortunately Wind River came to play that night at Ethetea.
Oh, definitely. And 82-0 was the score. It could have been 88, 94-0 for all they know. But yeah, Wind River was just in the groove. They started off much like Dubois has played, just one-play drives, and it didn't matter where they were on the field. They got to the end zone. And that's something that Dubois is doing right now with Wyatt Tremblay. And what's different between obvious 9-man and 6-man, if there's one person that's really good on one side of the ball, it's going to show. And right now it's showing with Tremblay, just like it showed in Wind River with Cooper Frederick and J.C. Herbert.
Well, that's going to be a battle, and we're going to be out there covering that one. I think you're going to join me that night. It's a week from Thursday at Pavilion, and that could be a battle for a conference championship between the Wind River Cougars. They're unbeaten at this point. Shoshone's only blemish came in the season opener against Pine Bluffs. It's been a blast to cover Fremont County small school football this year, and when I approached the staff saying, hey, let's do a small school game of the week, everybody was in. The advertisers were in, and man, it's good to get out to Dubois. We've been at Pavilion, we've been at Meeteetse, at Shoshone, and we've got some good football being played in Fremont County.
Yeah, and just to go back to your point, that Wind River Shoshone game, that could very easily be your 9-man state championship just a week or a week before the playoffs start. So that'll probably be one of the best games of the season, if not the best game that you'll get to call, or I'll get to call all week.
Well, you know, Pine Bluffs comes in at number 1, and they beat Shoshone in that season opener. They lost a running back in that game, a Schaefer kid, and don't know when he's coming back. I think he had a collarbone injury, but so Pine Bluffs has still been winning, but it seems like that east side of the state is weaker than this west side, where you've got Rocky Mountain, you've got Wind River, you've got Shoshone, and Big Piney. I mean, and another big game, and we're going to be making that trip, and nobody knows it yet, but we're going to head to Big Piney on Thursday, and we're going to show Sean Southwest Wyoming a little bit.
Yeah, not only am I excited to go to Big Piney for the first time, I'm just excited to see some real championship-looking football between two teams that could win it all at the end. So that'll be exciting. That'll be my first real Fremont County game of the week with you since Shoshone for the first week.
All right, Sean O'Brate, thanks for being with us here on the halftime show. As teams back out on the field, we'll come back, we'll go over the scoring summary, and there's a lot of Wyatt Tremblay in this scoring summary. This is the Fremont County Game of the Week on KTAK, and we're streaming on YouTube at WYO Today.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
Welcome back. Halftime score in this one, the Dubois Rams 58 and the Meeteetse Longhorns 18. Of course, tonight at 5:30, it'll be the Wyoming Cowboys and San Jose State Spartans playing on 99.1 FM. And, of course, that game will be televised, but why not tune in and listen to the sideline reporter for the Wyoming Cowboys Network, Eric Pauley, give those timely messages coming up from the sidelines to Reese Monaco and Kevin McKinney. You know, it's a real proud moment that when Eric Pauley got that gig on the sidelines, and who knows how long it'll be, but someday I believe he will be the voice of the Cowboys. Hey, this first half, 58-18, started off in the first quarter at the 7:32 mark. It was a 15-yard run by Wyatt Tremblay. Joe Pena came back at the 1:44 mark with a 1-yard touchdown run. Then it was a 43-yard touchdown run by Tremblay at the 1:32 mark of the first quarter. Pena would score at the 1:13 mark of the first quarter, and then Tremblay would finish up the scoring with a 31-yard off right tackle to give Dubois a 24-12 lead with 20.4 seconds to play in the first quarter. Second quarter was mostly Dubois. Tremblay on a 15-yard run. It was Ryan Wells hooking up with Clayton Rux on a 26-yard touchdown pass at the 7:30 mark. Tremblay then would run in from 60 yards out at the 4:06 mark. It was Jonah Ord on a 40-yard run for Dubois. Joe Pena of Meeteetse scored on a 55-yard run with 19.7 seconds to play in the first half. And then Ryan Wells would hit Caden Chamley on a 30-yard touchdown pass with no time on the clock. and a 58-18 lead for Dubois as we get ready to start this third quarter of play. And I believe Dubois will kick off to start this second half as we've got 10 minutes on the clock. Again, want to say thank you to Andy Witnowski of Dubois. Did I say it wrong? Witonsky. Dang, I'm sorry, Andy, but it's going to be Dubois kicking it off. Nick Novice. He'll kick it deep, and it's going to be caught in the air, and a nice return for Meeteetse. That return by Jason Erickson, and not sure who made that tackle because it was behind this Dubois Rams tent. 1st and 15 for the Longhorns. They'll have the ball at their own 35-yard line. Dubois starters back out there. I believe we're going to have a running clock. Are we? There's a 45 points. The running clock will come at the if Dubois gets a 45-point lead. So 1st and 15 for Meeteetse. Here's Salzman in the gun. He'll hand off right side to Pena, and we'll get a fumble. And wrestling the ball away from everyone, I believe, is Pena. So 2nd and 15 for Meeteetse after that fumble. Salzman kind of threw the ball into Pena's midsection, and it bounced right off, but Pena was able to jump on the ball and keep the ball in the Longhorns' possession. 2nd and 15, 9:25 to go, third quarter. Salzman comes out in the short gun. Pena behind him. He'll hand off straight up the middle to Pena, and a good gain. And they're just all over each other right in the middle of the mud, in the middle of the field. So Pena's going to gain right at 6 yards on second down. It'll be 3rd and 9 for Meeteetse. Ryan Wells lost a shoe, and this is a game where you get done with the game and it's almost like you need a new pair of shoes, especially if you're going to wear them to the dance. 3rd and 9 for Meeteetse. Here's Salzman. He'll hand off right side to Pena. Pena's going to slip and fall down at about the 36 of Dubois. So 4th down, and we're going to say 7 for Meeteetse. Rams lead it 58-18 in this conference matchup. Longtime rivals, Meeteetse and Dubois. And if you took it on a straight line from Dubois to Meeteetse, it'd probably be about 40 to 50 miles. But when you drive around, you're looking at a drive of about 180 miles. Here's Salzman. He'll fade to the right. Left-hander throws long, and the receiver was open, but Salzman pass went behind the receiver, Lucas Rida. And it'll be Dubois football, 1st and 15 at their own 37-yard line. 7:36 to play third quarter. 3:38 p.m. here in Dubois. So Wells under center. He'll hand it off to Wyatt Tremblay. Tremblay around that right end is going to be wrestled down. And in on that tackle, Ben Reinker, also Pena. And it's going to be a 16-yard gain and a 1st down for Dubois. So 1st and 15 at the 28-yard line. Wells under center. Tremblay and Jonah Ord in the backfield. Here's Tremblay around the other end. He's going to get the edge inside the 5-yard line, and a touchdown for Tremblay. That's going to be a 28-yard touchdown run for Wyatt Tremblay. So third quarter opens with a quick drive for Dubois, and now it's 64-18. Nick Novice on for the kick. Tremblay with the hold. He'll get the ball down. Kick is up. Not good. 7:20 to play in this third quarter. It's Dubois 64, Meeteetse 18. We'll be back. This is the Fremont County Game of the Week on KTAK, and we're streaming on YouTube at WYO Today.
Did you know the Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness in Thermopolis also has something called the Gotchi Wellness Center? It's your dream gym with cardio equipment, cable machines, free weights and dumbbells, hydraulic resistance machines, and personal trainers that care about your goals. The Wellness Center is huge and includes a rock wall, pegboard, sled, tires, punching bags, squat rack, and a whole lot more. Check out the Senior Wellness class. To take the first step to a healthier you, visit gotchi.org.
Back when I was riding in rodeos, I always made sure I was locked in, good and tight. Now as a touring musician, crisscrossing the country, I still make sure I'm locked in, good and tight. Of course I do.
Hauling ass, heading south, down the road in a gray Cadillac, coupe to fill.
Buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Kickoff goes deep. It's picked up by Samuel Holliger, and he will slip and fall down. 6:57 to play in this third quarter, and now we're in a running clock as that lead goes to 46 points. So first and 15 for Meeteetse. And Meeteetse will have the ball first and 15 at their own 6 after that slip by Samuel Holliger. Salzman in the gun. He'll pitch it left side. New running back. And a fumble. And picked up. And it's going to be run down the field by Jason Moody. He'll be ran out of bounds at the 30 of Dubois. So Moody with that fumble recovery, and then he will advance it downfield after Holliger fumbled the ball. And it'll be first and 15 for Meeteetse at the Dubois 30. So kind of a wild play there. First and 15 for Meeteetse. There's Salzman in the gun. He'll hand off right side to Lewis Hesselbacher. And Hesselbacher with a nice gain of 5 yards. Second down and 10 for the Longhorns. Maybe 11. He'll give him 4 yards officially. Right in the middle of the worst mud on the Dubois High School field. Dubois will be back home this Thursday as they host the Natrona County Junior Varsity team. That'll be the final home game of the year. Oh, they're going to play it on Saturday, excuse me. Here's a run up the middle. Okay. That run by Hesselbacher, and Tina Baker just tells me that that game's going to be played on Saturday as the continuing statewide official shortage leads to that. Is that going to be a 2 p.m. game? Noon kickoff. So next Saturday at noon, it'll be Dubois hosting the Natrona County JV here in the final home game of 2022 for the Dubois Rams. And of course, that does not include the playoffs, but at least the final regular season game. Third down, we're going to say 8 yards for Meeteetse at the 24-yard line of Dubois. Here's Salzman in the gun. He'll fade to pass, looking over the middle, and the ball will fall incomplete. That pass was intended for Hesselbacher, and the closest player to the ball was Dubois' Clayton Rux. So 4th and 8 for the Meeteetse Longhorns. Particularly tough field conditions right in this area. But boys will be boys, and they like mud. Girls like mud too. Right, Andy? Here's Salzman. He'll pass over the middle, complete to Pena, but it will go for a gain of 4, so the Dubois Rams hold. And it'll be 1st and 15 for the Rams. 2:49 and counting here as we're in the running clock, with Dubois up 64-18. Our Click It or Ticket post-game show will come after this game ends. I'm going to get Coach Tremblay up here, Wyatt Tremblay, in the post-game show. Here's the handoff right side, and it'll go to Jonah Ord. He'll be wrestled down after a 2-yard gain. 2:20 to play in this third quarter. Second down, and I'm going to say a gain of 3, so 2nd and 12 for the Rams. Quarterback now in the game, Siler Hess for Dubois. He'll pitch it right side to Caleb Gleim. Is it Gleim? Gleim with the carry. My bad. And another gain of about 4 yards on the play. Out to the 29-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 6. 1:35 and counting in a running clock situation. Here's Hess to the line. He'll pitch it left side to Gleim. Gleim gets the edge, and he's going to have a Dubois first down on a gain of, we're going to say 8 yards on the play. First down Rams. 1:16 to play, third quarter. So Dubois with 3 good running plays and another Rams first down. Here's Hess. He'll get the play call in from Dan O'Brien. And a first down for Dubois. We're inside a minute and counting in the third quarter. Hess under center. He'll hand it off left side to Gleim. Gleim with a nice gain. It's going to go for 7 yards on the play. Second down and 8 for the Rams. Inside 30 seconds to play in this third quarter. So 2nd and 7 for Dubois. Here's Hess under center. He'll hand off left side, and breaking one tackle but unable to break the tackle of Ben Ranker is Jonah Ord, and that's going to go for a 3-yard loss. So now 3rd and 10 for the Rams, as that will end the third quarter of play. We've played 3 quarters. It's the Dubois Rams 64, the Meeteetse Longhorns 18. We'll be back. This is the Fremont County Game of the Week on KTAK, and we're streaming on YouTube at WYO Today.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288.
Welcome back. Dubois ball. 10 minutes to play. 3rd and 8. At the Meeteetse 38. Teams get on the right side of the field. Here's Hess under center. I don't think they placed the yard markers, but they might have. Oh, they did. It's 3rd and 10. Dubois has to go to the Meeteetse 28-yard line for a first down. Officials talking things over. And we're ready to go. So 3rd and 8 at the 39. Here's an inside handoff to Jonah Ord, and he'll be wrestled down right in the mud. So now 4th down. And it's going to be about 8 yards for a first down. So 4th and 8. We are in the running clock situation here in Dubois as Hess comes under center. 4th, 7 yards to go for Dubois. Hess rolls to the right, nearly slips, throws it long over the middle, and it's going to fall incomplete. Pass intended for Caden Chamley on about the 20-yard line. So Meeteetse will take over on downs with 9 minutes to play in this one. First and 15 for Meeteetse. And the clock is running. So here's Salzman coming out in the gun. And we'll get the name of the runner. I believe it's number 22, Lewis Hasselbacker. Hasselbacker with the carry, and Chamley with the tackle on the play for Dubois. 8:16 and counting. Click It or Ticket post-game show coming up next, and then we'll get out of here and go home. Watch some Wyoming Cowboy football tonight. They'll be on the air. I believe that game starts at 5:30 p.m. from Laramie. Televised by CBS Sports, and we'll have it on 99.1 FM, KWYW. Pre-game show at 5, game at 5:30. 2nd and 17 for Meeteetse. Here's Salzman. He'll roll left, throw it long over the middle, and nearly pulled in by Jason Moody. As you're a coach, you'd say you got to put both hands up to catch the ball, young man. He had one hand on the ball. 3rd down and 17 for Meeteetse. Salzman gets the play. Dubois, well, they're going to improve record-wise. Dubois going to come out of this game 3-1 in conference play and 4-1 overall. There's Salzman. He'll take out to the left side, throw it deep down the middle, and nearly pulled in by Moody. That time he had two hands all over the football and just unable to pull it in. Beautiful pass by Salzman. And it'll be 4th and 18 for Meeteetse. Meeteetse going to drop to 1-5 on the year and 1-3 in conference play. So 4th and 18 for the Meeteetse Longhorns. 6:10 and counting to play. Salzman in the gun. One receiver right. Hesselbacher behind Salzman. Salzman drops straight back. He'll throw it right side. And the pass intended on the play for Daniel Pena. And it'll fall incomplete. First down for the Dubois Rams. 5:40 to play in this running clock. So last night in six-man football, it was Burlington 66, Farson Eden 16, as Burlington stayed undefeated. Dubois will make a trip to play this Burlington team on October 21st. Also on the play, it was Encampment 71, KC 6, Midwest 67, Hannah Elk Mountain 57. And today in 1A football, Hewlett played number 1 Little Snake. We have not seen a score on that game. That game was played at Midwest. And here it's 64-18. Second and 3 after that nice run by Caleb Gleim of Dubois. Siler Hess under center. He'll hand it off. Right side Gleim. Gleim's going to go around the end all the way for a touchdown, Dubois. 20-yard run for Gleim with 4:25 to go in this one. And another touchdown for Dubois on the touchdown by Gleim. 20-yard run. 4:25 to play. And it's 70-18. There's Novice. He'll be on for the kick, I believe, unless they go for 2. And it looks like Dubois may go for 2. As Hess brings him out. He'll pitch it right side to Gleim. Gleim going to battle his way in for the extra point. And I believe that's a 1-pointer. And it's Dubois 71, Meeteetse 18. So they are talking about pie, and it's one of my favorite things to talk about is pie. And somebody bought a bunch of pies, and it looks like they are selling slices of pie for $5 each here in Dubois. 4:25 to play. We'll be back. This is the Fremont County Game of the Week on KTAK, and we're streaming on WOW Today at YouTube.
Riverton's Hampton Inn and Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County School Athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how...
Welcome back as Dubois gets ready to kick off the ball with 4:25 to play. Here's Novice with the kick. It'll go out of bounds at about the 14-yard line after it was touched. And that's where Meeteetse will have the football with 4:14 to play. So 1st and 15 for Meeteetse at their own 14-yard line. 4 minutes and counting here in the running clock. Nick Novice comes off the field for Dubois. 3:45 and counting. And now we'll get substitutes all the way around for Meeteetse. Jonathan Ogden on as the, it's Clayton Yoder. And the handoff right side, he'll go back the other way. Jacob Moody, where he'll be wrestled out on the 23-yard line by Clayton Rux. 3:16 to play in the running clock for the Dubois Rams. And it'll be second and about 6 yards for Meeteetse. Inside 3 minutes and counting to play. It's a nice run by Jacob Moody there of Meeteetse. Clayton Yoder, the quarterback, he'll pitch it back and fumbled by Cameron Marcus, who falls on the ball near back by his 10-yard line. It's almost over, Andy. We're going to survive. 2:26 to play. Most of the backups are now in the game for both teams, even though the state's top defender, Clayton Ruck's still on the field for Dubois. Got it. Thank you. We'll have the Click It or Ticket postgame coming up here after about 2 minutes to play. And we'll have Dubois coach David Tremblay, his son Wyatt, come up here on the postgame. We'll go over the scoring summary, which is a lengthy scoring summary. 3rd and 16 for Meeteetse. Back to pass, the pass complete. And Aiden Elliott with the catch, but then the ball picked up on the fumble by Dubois. And Jonah Ord recovers the fumble. It'll be Dubois football with 1:22 and counting to play. Let's see what the Rams and Coach David Tremblay decide to do. This win in hand for the Wranglers. For the Rams, excuse me. 1 minute to play. Tremblay talking things over with Siler Hess. Hess back out. 1st and goal for Dubois at the 13-yard line of Meeteetse. Hess will down the football, and that's going to do it. I believe, I'm not sure they have to take another play. They might have to snap it one more time, but Dubois comes out with a big win today. We went into the running clock with 6:46 to play in this one in the 3rd quarter. 16 seconds and counting, and it looks like the teams are together. They're shaking hands. Final score from the upper country, Dubois 71, Meeteetse 18. We'll take a break. We'll come back with the Click It or Ticket postgame show. Hey, appreciate the help today from Andy Witonsky of Dubois on the camera. Hey, I'd say it's about a draw between you and your sister. Great job. Thank you, Andy. We'll be back with the postgame show, Click It or Ticket, and have some interviews. Hey, Dubois victorious on the Fremont County Game of the Week. We're back.
Time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit nreca.org.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
Welcome back. Final score, Dubois 71 and Meeteetse 18 in this 1A 6-man Fremont County Game of the Week. Dubois would lead 24-12 after a quarter, after Wyatt Tremblay had 3 touchdown runs. In that first quarter, Joe Pena of Meeteetse had 2 touchdown runs of his own. But then it was the second quarter where Dubois pulled away. It was Tremblay on a 15-yard scoring run, Ryan Wells hitting Clayton Rux with a 26-yard scoring pass. It was Wyatt Tremblay running 60 yards for a touchdown. Jonah Ord running 40 yards for a touchdown. Joe Pena on a 55-yard touchdown pass as that ended a streak of 5 straight touchdowns by Dubois. Pena running 55 yards for a touchdown with 19.7 seconds to go first half. And then Wells would hit Chamley on a 30-yard touchdown pass for a 58-18 lead after the first half. In the third quarter, Wyatt Tremblay would score again on a 38-yard touchdown run, and then Gleim, would score on a 20-yard touchdown run for Dubois at the 4:25 mark of the third quarter. Gleim would score on a extra point run, and the final margin of victory was Dubois 71 and Meeteetse 18. This is a Click It or Ticket post-game show. We'll see if we get Coach David Tremblay heading up this way. We're supposed to get to talk to his son Wyatt here on the post-game show. So we'll take a quick break. We'll be back. This is Dubois football on the Fremont County Game of the Week.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
Welcome back to Dubois High School. And the final score in this one, Dubois 71, Meeteetse 18. And, I'd like to pound all over your pads, Wyatt Tremblay, but you're a tad muddy. And, you can blame that on your high school principal because he was out there with a wheelbarrow putting dirt all over the middle of the field. But, hey, congratulations on a big win. You had a big day. Seemed like you were in the end zone a lot.
Yeah, it was a great game, great team win. I mean, yeah, I'm on the end zone a lot, but that's up to the blockers completely. It's all up to the team, and we're doing really good. We're really happy with the end of it.
I was here for your season opener when you guys took on Pine Bluffs, and it seems like you guys are playing better team football. You're making things happen, and you still have some big games ahead of you.
Oh, absolutely. We got really good team chemistry going. It just keeps getting better throughout the season, and yep, we got challenges ahead for sure, and we're just gonna keep it up, keep getting better, and do what we do.
Well, your final home game coming up next Saturday against Natrona County JV, and that'll be a good challenge for you guys against that big town just east of here.
Yeah, absolutely. They got a lot of numbers, and we're just gonna get better. That's all we can do. I mean, it's not a conference game, but we're gonna do everything we can to get better and prepare for the next couple weeks.
So you getting tired of running the football? You've ran the football a lot these last 2 seasons.
Well, yeah, but I get used to it. We condition a lot in town. And everybody does. Anybody can do it, really. We have great blockers, and we just work hard and get things happen.
All right, Wyatt, want to present you here with a free pizza coupon from Papa Murphy's Pizza, and you have to drive clear down to Riverton to get your pizza made. But hey, congratulations! You're a player of the game. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
All right, thanks to Wyatt Tremblay. Now we'll get his dad, David Tremblay, stepping up here, and I always thought you had a little bit of a temper. We saw a little bit of it out there today. But your kids came to play, Coach, and it's six-man football is kind of an interesting thing to call after you call 11-man football all the time. But, it's fun to watch you guys run the football.
I love 11-man, but I tell you what, 6-man is quite the chess match. And the thing is, with 6-man, you can't have one mistake. And And on defense, we play a man-to-man defense, and we've got to have our jobs done, and we just have to make sure we execute. And then on offense, if you make blocks and you have some talent in the backfield, good things happen. And Wyatt's correct. Caden Clayton and Gavin and Hayden, when he's there, they do an outstanding job of opening the holes up for Jonah and Wyatt, and then when Ryan's running and so forth. So the blocking up front and the footwork, especially in the mud today, the footwork that they used today was incredible.
Well, the ebbs and flow of high school football, you've seen them. I remember back here years ago when you guys were winning everything up here, and then you kind of had a drought as maybe some kids that were better suited to playing golf or something were coming through. I mean, that's what they used to call us when I played. But now you're on the upswing again, and it's got to feel good here in your 25th year.
You're right. Small schools, it's a roller coaster ride. A couple years ago, we just didn't have that many guys. That was just plain and simple. We didn't have that many kids in school, and now we're at the other end of it, and we are having some success. But there are some challenges out there. Burlington's got a great ball club. And of course, Little Snake River, who beat us earlier this year, great ball club, and Encampment. I know we beat Encampment, but holy cow, they've got such great talent back there, and they block and tackle well as well. And so we've got a lot of challenges ahead of us, but it is fun to have some success.
Well, that game coming up here in a couple weeks, I think it's 3 weeks from today. You'll be in Burlington. That's a big one.
It is. It's a non-conference game, but. Head coaches, you sit there and you look at this, look at who's winning, who's losing, what the standings are, and all of a sudden you can start putting a bracket together, and that bracket could lead back to Burlington, so yeah, this weekend, 3 weeks from now, that's going to be a big one for us. Yes.
All right, Coach. Well, hey, thanks for coming up here and joining us, and thanks for letting us come up and cover a little Dubois football.
Hey, thank you for being here. We really appreciate it. I'm glad it was at least a nice day and it ended up that way.
Yeah, it turned off really nice, but got a little snow up in elk country.
Yeah, there definitely is. There's some white caps up there. It's a good thing to go chase some elk tomorrow.
All right, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
All right, that's Coach David Tremblay here on the post-game show. We're going to get out of here pretty quick, but we'll go to break. And, hey, final time, the Dubois Rams get into the second half of their schedule here with it's a non-conference win, but it's a big one, 71-18 over the Meeteetse Longhorns. The Dubois Rams improve to 4-1 on the season, and they're still in second place here in this West Conference of six-man football in Wyoming. I'm Cody Beers. Hey, we're going to play some ads, and we're going to get out of here. It's 7,020 feet, and if you're elk hunters, man, they got some good snow up in elk country over the last 24 hours. So come on up, enjoy the upper country. Hey, they do a great job taking care of hunters and everybody up here, and it's a great place to come and visit, and it's just breathtakingly beautiful. But, hey, call up that webcam of Togety Pass. It looks like winter's on the way. Hey. Have a wonderful afternoon, everyone. From Dubois, I'm Cody Beers, Dubois Rams, with a big win over Meeteetse. We'll see you the next time. We'll be in Big Piney on Thursday with the Fremont County Game of the Week. It will be Shoshone visiting Big Piney right here on the network. Hey, thanks to the general manager of the Wind River Radio Network, Kevin Shields. Thanks to Kirk Baxter in the studios. Have a good afternoon and a wonderful Sunday, everyone. Go Pokes!
My first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places, and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here, given our wide range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Frazier, Dr. Hinkle, Dr. Ballard, and Dr. Davis offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body.